So hi everyone, my name is Gellis and this is Infinite Modesty Design, of course, where we teach beginners to advanced sewing classes. We also have online classes and offline sewing classes as well. To learn more about our online sewing classes, you could kindly click the link in the description below, and you could definitely give us a call or send us an email and we could get you started on online classes. We also have in-studio classes as well. All right, so now in this video, we are going to be making a very simple, very easy pillowcase cover. So no zipper, no nothing, but we're going to kind of decorate it a bit, right? So the first thing we want to do is to get just pretty much scrap fabric. So 17 inches width and length. So 17 inches width or length. And what you could also do too, you could grab your pillow itself and you could measure, right? You can measure from here to here. But for this case itself, you can measure from here to here, and whatever you get, you could do the same thing here. So in this case, 17 inches is perfectly fine for me. And then you also want to get another piece here. So the another piece here could be, so 17 inches for the front, and the other piece would be for the back, because we will have an opening in the back, is 17 inches by 11.5 inches I have here, okay? So 17 inches by 11.5 inches. Okay, so that would be the 17 inches here, and the 11.5 inches would go this way. Okay, so you want 2 pieces of that, and you also want, if of course you want to put this is not a hat, this is not a must, it's just that I have some scrap fabric and I just decided to do a little decoration. So I'll show you how I did it. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing what I'll do here is I would take my decorated fabric and I'll put it right sides touching right side. So I'm going to come it like this way. So the raw edge is touching the raw edge and the wrong side is here, the right side is touching the right side. And what I would go and do, I will go on the machine and sew a 1/2 inch stitch down from here. Now I would do that on every side. So once I sew one side here, I will come and show you how I do the other side. So basically what we want to do before I go on the machine, we want to make sure we sew the decorative piece on every side, right? So right sides touching right sides. So that's what we're going to be doing, but we'll sew it one piece at a time. Now this is not something you have to do, I just wanted to do a little extra something there, but I want to go ahead and sew one. So every one you want to sew 1/2 inch, but I'm going to just sew one piece first. Okay, so we sew this down, so just like that, right? And also if you have any raw edge, you could also just bend it in here, just you can do a little tuck in here. So I sew this down, so it's like this. So then I will take my other piece now, right, and I want to put it again, right sides touching right sides, right, and I want to sew it down here. So once I've finished, I'll show you the other piece once I've finished. Okay, so you see now I'm finished this side now, so I'll just turn it this way. Eventually I'm going to iron it and top stitch it, but I just want to show you. So right here now, I just kind of, because it was from raw edge, I just bend the raw edge, just simple. Because remember, so you're just making something for yourself, right? Or, you know, be for whatever. So this, I just bend it down a little, so put it like this. Okay, so it's black thread, just so you could see. If you're making it for a client or something, you could always use a thread that works with the fabric, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do the other, this side and that side. So again, same thing for this side here and same thing for that side here. And once I've done, you would see I will continue. Okay, so we're all done. So we're all here, right? We're all here, so everything is done here. Okay, so what we will do now, we'll take this. Remember, both sides is 17 by 17, so you could work on either side. So just kind of bring back this in here. Bring this back here. Then I'm going to take my 2 other pieces now. And the first thing I'm going to do is I want to seal the edge. So I want to seal one of the edge. So probably 1/2 inch or 1 inch. Probably I'll just do 1 inch seal of one of the edge. So you have to be careful because the edge you are doing, they have to touch. So you want to do this edge and this edge. Okay, so once you go on the machine, you would go ahead, let me just turn it this way. because it's how I cut the fabric. So I use this edge here, and I'll go on and make a hem. Just hem it down on both sides. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do that right now. Okay, so we are finished now. So just remember this. So this is the right side. So we seal this edge down and we seal this edge down, right? So now what I'm going to do here, so this is my right sides here, and of course it's the longer side, right? If you want, and which side do I seal? This is the shorter sides. So we're not hemming the shorter sides, it's just the longer side here. So now, so I put it this here for a reason, so you could observe. So now I'm going to take this and I'm just going to turn it this way. So in this case here now, it's right sides touching right sides, right? So I'll just flip it over. So what I will go ahead and do now, I'll go ahead on my machine and I would sew. But what I would do first is pin, okay? So I want you to utilize your pin. You would definitely pin this down here. So you pin it down here, you pin it down here, and you pin it down here, right? Once you finish pin one side, you go pin the other side, and make sure that if you're using that, now guys, you don't have to use this. This is just me just using a little extra something there, because I have, you know, fabric to play around with. But if you're not using that, that's fine. But if you're using this, you want to make sure it's inside, so everything is right sides to right sides. Okay, so now once you're done this side here, then you would go ahead and pin this side. So I'm going to go ahead and pin it, and I'm going to show you how it would look. All right. Okay, so this is how I did one side. I just want to show you how I did one side. So I pin it from here to here. So here is still open, so just pin it down from here. And remember, I said this is in this way if you're using that. If you're not using that, you could just go ahead and pin it. So I pin this side. So now I am going to take this side, touch it again right sides to right sides, and I'm going to put it over like this. Okay, and I'm going to pin it from here to here. I'm going to leave this open here. Okay. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so I'm done. I'm done pinning it, I mean. So now I just pin the other one over. So you just pin it all the way, right? And then you go on your machine. You sew your 1/2 inch. Take your time. Come here. You pivot. You turn. You do your 1/2 inch here. You pivot. You turn. You do your 1/2 inch here. You pivot. You turn, and then you come back home, and you're done. All right. So I'm gonna be going and sew it. I'm going to be sewing it right now. Yeah. Okay. So we are done. Okay. So see what happened here. So we have that pocket here. All right. This was the other side, how it looks. Okay. So moment of truth. I'm going to turn this around. Let's see how it looks. Let's see if it's making sense in our eyes. Pull this out. Okay. So, but always take your scissors and poke out the edge. Okay, so moment of truth. So after you poke out all the corners itself, right? Remember, this is just scrap, guys. That we're just trying to not throw out our scrap, right? So we do something with our scrap, right? So once you poke out the corner, you could actually go ahead and just iron it. So just leave it as iron, so it looks a little, you know, kind of neat, a little, hopefully. And then this is how the back looks, right? So of course, if you're making one for yourself, you could always use a thread that could work with the fabric, right? I'm just doing this just to show everyone here. All right, so that's it. So moment of truth. Now we're gonna test it out. So let's turn this way, and we just open our opening here. That's it. We shove our pillow like this, and we shove it in this way. That's it, and we settle it nicely. Make sure our pillow is really settled nicely in our cushion. That's it. And we are done. Just shaking it down, make sure it's all nicely done. So This is the back of our cushion. See? Just go in here. And this is the front of our cushion. So, you just put it on your couch, wherever. And you have a nice little decoration there. You make another one, so it could be a nice little pair. And you're done. Yeah. Okay, so once again, you can kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. Give us a like if you find this video was helpful. Share, subscribe. Again, my name is Gellis, and definitely check out our sewing classes either online or in studio in Toronto. This is Infinite Modesty Design. Take care, guys.